As dominant the performances I've seen from your team this season.
Yeah, well, I think we've had lots of really good performances this season.
I said dominant.
Arguably, yeah. Everything was good about it. In and out of possession was excellent. So yeah, a day where everything clicked for us.
Yeah, and you talked in the pre-match on Thursday about being further at the pitch and that, and we saw that today from your team.
Yes, we did it in the first quarter of the season. We then had to change and adapt. We did it as much as we can against Cambridge. You can't press somebody if they don't play, so you're always at the mercy of another team. I think we're excellent at pressing. I'd be pretty comfortable with our team pressing anybody in the league if that's what we decided to do. Doesn't mean we go and do that against the top guns, because there has to be a game plan about what you want to do. But today we made we had a clear game plan that if Accrington allowed us to press, give us the opportunity to close space, back him into certain areas, we would do that, and we did it well. I just can't compliment Ben House in particular enough on that, how he set us off. His tactical understanding of the game off the ball is phenomenal, but also Midday Jack and the rest of the group in general were awesome, but Ben's just unbelievable at that.
Probably not surprised I'm going to mention Ethan coming into the football club. You've worked hard to get him, and he looks a player. He gave you a real composure in midfield.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. I thought his ability on the ball is very good. His game understanding is very good, but he was just like calmness personified, and when to play short, when to break lines, when to turn it, even little things that drop in the middle of the park, which I don't think we're great at. The weight of the pass and the type of pass to turn teams, switches of play. I think something that really helps is his balance, because he's left-footed. I know the modern footballer, they're all inverted wingers. I can't get my head around it. Why you don't want to play on the left and be in your best foot, I don't get it. Maybe that's because I'm really old and boring, I don't know, but yeah, he was excellent today.
And he brought the best out of Teddy, didn't he? He could play just a little bit further forward, created a goal, nearly created one for Midday as well, and then got his free kick towards the end.
100%. I have to take responsibility for I think we've just got I said this before, I think I said it on Thursday to Rob, I think in the last, 5-6 games, I've probably as a coach allowed the team just to get a little bit. There's a mid block and there's like a low block, for me, I was so angry against Charlton because I felt their two midfielders on the day just played too deep, and we tried really hard to fix it. And Lass and Max have been outstanding for us this year, the two really good players that we value. But just from training with Ethan on Thursday, he just played 15 yards further straight away. That dragged Teddy along, but it actually drags the back five with you. Whereas I think in other games, and it's my responsibility because I've allowed it to happen, I can see it, but it's my job to take responsibility. I felt like we've just pushed the back five a little bit back. Maybe it's only 10 yards, but it makes a big difference. And
it's about dragging them forward, drag the wing backs and Sean Rowan with some finish.
Yeah, especially if he meant it. No,
he meant it.
He did indeed. We talked a lot to the group about. I'm really pleased for Sean. Really pleased for Teddy as well, she's playing in midfield, because we have to share. We don't share the goals in our team. Pleased for Jack because he got an assist. He's had loads of goals this year, low on assists. So the output of the team today was excellent in every department, in and out possession.
Lewis looked like a Rolls Royce at the back, didn't he?
Yes, he is a Rolls Royce. He's an outstanding player. We talked a lot about him recognising that first and foremost he's a defender, and if you look at Virgil van Dijk, he's an outstanding footballer, but he's the best defender in the world as well. So we were trying to say to Lewis through the week, and since he's come back, and we've had lots of I wouldn't say analysis by paralysis, but we've done a lot of work on making him understand that you're paid as a defender first and foremost, and the football's the second part. But for him to come back after so long to put in a performance like that was phenomenal, because although we believe in him, we care about him, we think he's an outstanding talent, he's real asset value to the club, you just don't know. Accrington away is a tough place, but really impressive.
And Lewis went up for that challenge with the Accrington player. I understand has been taken to hospital. A concerning moment.
Yeah, and you know, we've been in to see, and thankfully Lewis is okay. But you know, from best wishes to the lad who I think's been outstanding for them this season. I mean, we're not trying to poach players around that, but he's somebody who's really caught away. I think he's had a brilliant season. So first and foremost for his health and his family and the club, you know, best wishes from us all as a Lincoln. We genuinely mean that from the heart. Thankfully for ourselves, from our own perspective, Lewis seems in good health, and he was, you know, because we could have, I think we might have been allowed to make a concussion sub, but said he was fine, didn't want to come over.
You know what it's like, a lot of travelling for away fans. So nice thankfully the rain's come after they've left the terracing, but nice for them to have a win to go back to Lincolnshire.
So pleased. It's a difficult one for me as a head coach because you know, we've taken points in over 70, I think it's about 74% of our games now. We've taken points in 100% of our home games, but we just haven't had enough W's. And you know, Cambridge and MK Dons are games where we've taken points off. We had clean sheets, but we need to get more W's on the board. The fans have been amazing for us all year, even in defeat they've been phenomenal. I think about Peterborough away in particular. So pleased for them personally, and that they can go home with a smile on their face, clean sheet. I keep on saying to our group, please don't underestimate the importance of a clean sheet. That's 3 in a row, and but really pleased that the fans will go home with a W, a win, a clean sheet, 3 goals and an outstanding performance. So a big thank you to them.